Hey everyone, my name is Tony, and today I want to talk about my weight loss journey. I've got this video kind of broken down into three sections: a TLDR, tips and tricks and things that I've learned, as well as my own personal story. With that being said, let's start with the TLDR. So, right off the bat, there was no fad diet, no crazy dieting or exercise plan. I was just tracking my calories. I did some light exercise that was more for health, get the blood pumping instead of burning calories. I paid attention to my nutrition. I set realistic goals. And what I mean by realistic goals is if you stick to it, about 2 to 4 pounds a month is realistic and healthy weight loss. And the last thing is really build up your discipline over motivation. Your motivation will wane a lot faster than your discipline will. That's the TLDR. Now let me move into the tips and tricks that I've learned. So the first thing is I use a calorie counter. I'll put that on screen. You put in your sex, age, height, and weight, and it'll tell you how many calories you can have per day to get your half a pound a week, pound a week, or 2 pounds a week. I would really recommend sticking between probably half a pound to a pound a week. I only weigh on the first of every month because you can have good weeks, you can have bad weeks, good days, bad days. You're really just looking for that long-term progress. So I only weigh once a month. To track my calories, there's a lot of apps out there, but I designed my own little Excel document. I'll throw that up on screen now, where I have green if I'm under my minimum calories, which is a pound a week if I stay the green for the full week. And then it goes blue if I'm in the half pound area, and then red if I'm in the less than half a pound or potentially maintain weight or higher. I have a workout plan. I'm trying to stick to it, but it's really designed for me because I've hurt my back a couple of years ago, so I have to rebuild some of my muscles and certain parts of my body. That's just how it goes when you get injured. Another big thing, and I talked about this in the TLDR, but in my opinion, motivation is bullshit. Your motivation will wane faster than you realize. You're going to hit that plateau and your motivation's going to dive. You need to build up discipline. You need to do it when you don't want to do it. I know a lot of people, you'll wake up at 3 a.m. and you have all this motivation in the world. You go back to sleep, wake up the next day, and you don't want to do it anymore. That's how fast your motivation can wane. Your discipline is what you need to build up. Do it even when you don't want to and stick with it. And the last tip, and this one is personal to me, it may be the same for everybody else out there. I started gaining weight when I was like 8 years old. I think I was in the third grade. I became the fat kid. I didn't start losing weight until I was 27, just a few months before my 28th birthday, which means it took 20 years to get to this weight. I think I can give myself a few years to try to get down to a healthier weight. You know what I mean? Just give yourself time. It's going to take time. You've probably built up your weight over years, even decades like me. Just give yourself some time. That pretty much concludes the tips and tricks area. Now I'll go into my actual story if you guys want to stick around for that and kind of hear my journey. So my story starts off with going to my annual doctor's appointment in April of 2022. I was 340 pounds. I didn't decide at that point to do anything about it. You can fast forward a year, go back for my next annual. I was 339. I remember my doctor making a comment, and it just kind of like rubbed me the wrong way. You know what I mean? She goes, well, at least the number didn't go up. And something about that, like I said, it just rubbed me the wrong way. And I said, you know what? I'm going to prove that I can lose this weight. And that's when I decided to do something about it, to set some realistic goals. I wanted to be, let's see, so this was April. I wanted to be 325 by the end of the year, or under 325. I started tracking my calories and making sure that I was under, a certain amount of calories per day. Again, it took me 20 years to get to my current weight. I can give it a few years to get down to a healthy weight. So in the beginning, the weight came like flying off. I ended up adjusting my goals. In that first year, I think I ended up losing over 40 pounds. I'm pretty sure I was under 300 pounds by the end of the year. And then it, dropped off from there. I started losing a lot less weight over time. Now, I kept up with this for about a year and a half. I would say around November of last year, I decided, you know what? I've been doing good. I've lost a lot of weight. I was down to 262. I was going to enjoy my Thanksgiving and my Christmas and the time in between. So for that time, I just got off my diet completely and ate all of the things I shouldn't have. Cheesecake, Taco Bell, you name it, I was eating it and is eating way too much of it. I ended up gaining about 15 pounds back, which that's okay. I got back on my diet in January and I stuck with it. But I did learn something else. It was really damn hard to stick with my diet or to get back on my diet after getting off of it. I would not recommend that for most people. The other thing I learned is that I was eating over 2,000 calories a day and I was still feeling hungry. And so I did a deep dive, and it may seem obvious, but I had never thought about it. It was my nutrition. I was getting the calories I needed, but my body was still starving because it just wasn't getting nutritious food. So even though I had over 2,000 calories, my body was like, hey man, I need something else. That's when I in towards like the middle of January, I radically changed what I ate. I still eat foods that I like and that I enjoy, but I have a lot more leafy greens. I have a lot more fresh fruit, things like that. So now my body, I'm only eating, I mean, some days I'll eat as low as 1,200 calories and usually as high as like maybe 1,600 calories. And my body is full. Like I'm okay. I feel fine. And that's a major tip that I can give you guys is make sure you are researching your nutrition, make sure you're getting the foods that your body needs, and you'll actually eat less calories that way. That pretty much sums up my weight loss journey. Hopefully this video has helped you, maybe give you some tips or tricks with your own journey. Just let me know what you think, or even better, come back a few months from now or a year from now and tell me how much weight you've lost. Tell me if this really did help you, if there's anything else that you've learned that maybe I didn't discuss. Drop it down in the comments for other people. I'm hoping that this video reaches a wider audience and can help a lot of people out. Otherwise, have a damn good day, everybody. Unrelated to the video, this boss took so many attempts. Just go upgrade your gear. Cold resistance is your friend.